Well, in 2019, indeed, the EU published a paper, the Strategic Outlook, in which China was by now famously labeled as a partner, a competitor, and a systemic rival. I would say, well, a partner, yes, and I think it remains very important that China and the EU remain partners in issues that are of global importance. And repeatedly you can see from the Chinese side the question on the green energy development, food security, and such topics, which I think indeed is very important. Competitor, I would say, well, this is the logical thing, of course, in the economy. We are competitors. This is the normal state of affairs. Systemic rival, we do see that, and this has, for instance, to do with the discussions between the European Union and China on economic subsidies. We do see that in the narratives that systemic rival has kind of lately gained importance, gained weight in the European narrative. But then I would say, well, we are in a global world that is shifting very much. And if we see how economic policies are designed by the United States at this moment, we also do see that there is the willingness, I would say, to kind of have a new look at this economic relations between the European Union, and China. So it is a shifting appreciation of the three concepts, I would say. Well, yeah, I would say indeed that given the economic policies now of the United States, that Europe comes in again, I would say, as an even more important economic partner of China, but that there are obstacles on the way, and that it will be very important that we do have negotiations on this EU-China summit to see how we can deal with these obstacles. As I said, one of the obstacles and that is frequently mentioned being industrial policies of China, which are in some way subsidized, and in some way, well, this is the point of discussion, of course, and the so-called level playing field. But I would say we are 25 years this year in EU-China relations. We have overcome major challenges and obstructions, and I think we should be hopeful that indeed on this the new summit steps are taken towards each other. Will all problems be solved? I think this is very wishful thinking, but I think it is very important that we keep on the dialogue and that we try to gradually indeed overcome the obstructions and the challenges we are facing, the interpretations we have on certain topics from both sides. The comprehensive agreement on investment is indeed one of these topics, and that we see that from the Chinese side are increasingly again put on the table after the actual implementation was stopped. I do think that I would say global situation has changed. Geoeconomics, geopolitics have changed importantly since the comprehensive agreement on investment was first drafted. And I would say reviving or implementing the agreement as it was or as it stands now, I think in the current global situation is not really realistic. But I do think that it would be very good that a new agreement is being negotiated.
Okay, so in general you are very positive about the summit.
I think, I'm very positive in the sense that I think it's very good that indeed there is a dialogue and that there is the willingness to overcome obstacles.